Hey everybody, so good to be back with another AI mastery session tonight. I'm Rosemary Salem. Welcome to another AI mastery session with Rosemary. I am going to be introducing a new character tonight. We are working on PIP. Let me turn the background music down. I feel like my background music is louder than me, so hold on 1 second. Gotta get this right. Okay, we just gonna turn it down for a second. So yes, I'm introducing another Pip's friend Nutmeg. Nutmeg has been featured in a previously published book, but not as Nutmeg. It was just a squirrel. But I decided to make that said squirrel, and he has another set of character friends that will be introduced to you all throughout the rest of this year. Each of them have their own pathway. So Nutmeg is the first character. I am really excited about this project, and I'm be building the first book with you all here live. So we're working on Pip and Nutmeg's Playdate. So we're building inside of Google Whisk. As you know, Google Whisk has went through their official launching. They are a part of the Google One premium subscription. So if you have Google One, you get access to Gemini, VO2, all of the latest AI Google DeepMind models are under that umbrella. Well, not all of the models, let me be clear, like Gemma and all of that is not, it depends on how deep you are in the AI. Let me just say that. But they do have all of their large language models that are available, such as their deep research model that is very good. There are people subscribe to the OpenAI's $200 package for their more advanced model, and just with $19.99, you get access to Gemini's deep reasoning model, and it is very, very good. I recently, if you follow me on X, I posted about Nova. Nova is a sci-fi anime drama series that I'm working on, and I'm creating that as well with all Google products. I have shared my journey with Google Whisk and Animate, which is ran with VO2. I will not be changing that, but I will be expanding to Comfy UI to facilitate more episodic and film based projects, and I'm very confident in the workflow that I'm building. I will say, as a piece of advice to anyone on their AI journey, but specifically for the ones who follow me, specifically for my animation advice, please be comfortable with being a pioneer. Everything is new. These models that are coming out, they're new. So take a deep breath. I believe that I was very overwhelmed with my own process. And I know that even though if I'm full on producing full on projects and they're out and they're actually getting paid for, monetization is happening, then you can see some fruits of your labor. But you also have to understand that you are laboring, but you're not laboring in vain. And this is just advice that I tell to myself that I'm telling to you. Um, be confident in your learning process. Be confident in your mistakes. Be confident in your moments of uncertainty, because this is all evolving. And those who are creating models, whether you get beta access to new animation tools, you're using open source tools, they are learning. There are some people doing some phenomenal things. I think it's about just show your work. What are you working on? If it's good enough to post and you have a nice caption and a reasoning behind it, start putting it out there, because there are people that are starting to look for your artwork and you never know what's going to happen and who's going to DM you or who's watching, who you're inspiring. So just make sure that you cultivate a ecosystem within yourself that is healthy as you are working as a creative. And there is room for error. There is always room for error. Give yourself room for error. You know, um, I think I took a long enough little break escapade from y'all. I was like, let me get some time to focus on career. I got a lot that I have to handle. We all do. It's life. So regardless of what you're balancing, life, kids, whatever your domains of, pressure outside your AI projects and creative works, take a moment to woosah, prioritize your results, focus on the big picture, and know that you can get it done. Stay on top of the updates of the models that you are subscribed to. Support the companies. Make sure that you are actually in your own mission. Okay? So I don't pray that that bless somebody. I know it blessed me. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen. We're just gonna be working. I'm literally actively working. I was just sitting here working. I was like, you know what? I can just stream. Haven't been on stream in, I think it's been like a week or so. Had to go on here. We are introducing Nutmeg, so it is something exciting and something new. It's not the same thing, and I'll be animating. But this will be a full-on work through for not only the book, but we're gonna animate as well. So yeah, so let me share my screen and we'll get into it and catch up on some things. And thank everybody who is tuning in tonight. I'm gonna start picking back up the streams consistently. Like I said, I've just been balancing too much and trying to figure stuff out. So thank y'all for being loyal viewers. I definitely appreciate everybody who tunes in and is consistently watching. So I've already made the cover photo, as you can see. Let me move me to the side. I like me to the side now, and then I have like this circular thing. I just like it. It just gives me a little bubble. All right. So the cover is fire. Look at that. And that's my favorite feature about Google Whisk. Oh, I am going to show y'all once I complete my first one how to make. I don't even know if I'm not going to announce it, but it's gonna be fire. If you are trying to, let me just say this: if you're looking for ways to create monetizable art with Google Whisk, I got some things that I have mastered and that I'm mastering that are coming down the pipeline. And one of those things is the fact that it can make book covers. All right, you can just take what I'm saying and put on a thinking cap and say, if it can make book covers, what else could it do? I mean, that question alone is just gonna open the floodgates for you. All right, because y'all know I don't gatekeep. I open the gates. All right, that's what I do. I believe in that. I believe in that. I like to tell y'all what I know. So we're making this book. This book is going to be. Oh, let me share. Uh-oh. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. And I didn't turn on the chat. As you can see, some things have not changed with me. I'm still. I would say somebody should remind me, but I have to turn on the chat to see y'all reminding me. And I'm still learning how to use this thing right here. All right, I connected the chat. And let me make sure y'all can hear me. And then I'm going to proceed 10 minutes in, and I'm just now wanting to do a sound check. Okay. Okay, I can hear myself. Perfect. All right. All right. So we are designing. this book. I'm gonna be going back and forth. So we're gonna work on the first scene right now. Let me see. Yeah, I gotta get the prompt. I'm really nervous because I've already went through. This is my third board swipe. So I'll just walk it through for my niece. This is Google Wix. This is the platform. I have two subject photos that make up Pip, my main character, and Nutmeg. Oh, yeah, Pip has a new special toy as well. Most of you all know his traditional backpack, but we are trying some new things with Pip. As I have stated, the blue backpack will always be his original stand piece, but he also has blankets, which are comfort items, and most neurodivergent children are very connected to blankets. So this is another safety item that's on brand. So now he has a book that features a purple blanket, and then he has a book that I'm gonna finish out. Then I'm gonna make the blue blanket orange, and then we have this one. And then this is a rough picture. Like this is like Nutmeg in her 30s, child. I don't like this subject image, but this is one of the subject image. As you can see, this is what I'm going for, where they both kind of look like children as the point. But this was the first generation of the cover. The reason why I'm not using this cover, you may say, because everything is spelled correctly, is pretty ready to go. I cannot use it because I can't animate it. So if you want to animate using the Google form, you have to do it in this space because you're not going to be able to see the animate button. And then I created, this is something new that I did. Let me pull this up. I created a scenery prompt, like just the scenery. I didn't want nothing but the scenery. So that's what this is right here. And then I have a style prompt. As you can see, this has nothing to do with Pip or Nutmeg. It's just to paint the style, 2D storybook, whimsical. So that's that, okay? So we're gonna work through these scenes. We have 20. So y'all just gonna watch me finish this book. And this will be the first book where Pip will have a friend. It's really exciting. I have published Pip with a paintbrush. So here's the thing. I've been testing out these new dimensions. That was the last live stream that I had, right? Y'all, if y'all watched me, I taught y'all how to do a different set of formatting with Pip, with books, and it was dimensions that I shared. First of all, those dimensions, when I went back through it, I made some errors, but I also told y'all that that's going to be a part of a class. So I find soon. But Pip, what I believe it was Pip learn shapes that wasn't taken. So I have to get these margins correct. And once I get that right, I'm gonna be good. The one set went through, but this set wasn't. And those of y'all who are looking to publish with Amazon KDP, they actually just sent out an email today saying that if your books are marked under $9.99, that they're basically increasing their revenue share to 60%. So make sure that you are looking at your pricing. And it's so crazy because I just had I'm trying to make sure I say this correctly or say this in the way that I want it to be portrayed. I had a strong feeling to write Pip books a certain way that I did because, we're not going to be affected too much by these pricing changes. There are some books that are priced under, but most of them are above that. So yeah, just make sure you're staying on top of it. There's a lot of changes happening out here, man. I'm gonna go with this one. So that's gonna be our first scene. See, this is not the problem. The problem, I'm not gonna say it's a problem, but I know scene 3 is gonna tell me if we're gonna have a board that we don't have to clean. So what I mean by that for my new viewers, I'm talking about I will literally wipe this whole thing, start over, because you need to in order to get it right. So far, so good. Here's the test. Nutmeg. I don't, I don't even say nothing bad. Let's see. Send positive energy. I like both of these, but I'm going to delete this one. All right, here's the one that Nutmeg is coming on the scene. They keep trying to make her look 35. I do not want to. Okay, there we go. Finally, a childish Nutmeg. She still look like she about 32, but I can take it. She looks close enough to somewhat. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna try again. I don't understand why. I don't understand why it can't just look like the main one. Okay, here we go. Finally, I think I sent enough. Okay, and I like this one. So we'll delete this. Yeah. Okay. Uh, yes. Okay. So that's the one we're gonna keep. So that's the 3 scenes. Let's go to the next scene. Scene 4. I will say I miss doing this. And I'm gonna stop and animate so y'all can see some animation tonight. I don't want to get to the end and then do all the animating like I normally do. For my OG watchers, make sure you like, share, and comment and subscribe so you get notifications. But when I go live, it's very random. See, this is like right here when they change up the style. Y'all see that? See, this one is okay. This one is not. Can y'all see that difference? But neither one of them I want to keep because Pip looks like a new person. Like, no. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna delete this one and keep this one. Perfect. Now let's do some animation. So I'm gonna animate the cover. So you click on animate. I'm grabbing prompt. I'm not showing prompts anymore, guys. You gotta enroll for that when I drop my course. I gotta be a little bit more protective. Like you can see it when I'm putting it in, but I'm just not like blatantly showing y'all my prompts no more. There are so many models out now. It's like every week there's a new model. This summer is definitely builder season. Okay, this is the animation. Let's see what it created. Y'all see that? It seems like y'all can't. I couldn't see it. So I know y'all couldn't see it. Let me make this bigger. Okay, the cover is messed up. I didn't. How did I not notice that? This is. I want to show it to y'all. You see, written is misspelled, so I'm have to make it again. The cool thing about this is the prompt is already in here, so I can just hit generate. So we need a new cover photo. I did not know that it was misspelled. This has happened before. That's why you gotta double check, triple check, quadruple check, child. Okay, Pip and Nutmeg's play dates written, not bye bye. He said bye bye bye. Okay, so what I'm doing, let me show y'all. I'm clicking right here. This is where you can see the prompt. And I'm just hitting generate because the prompt is already in there stored that I've been using. So it's going to generate. And I'm going to go ahead and delete these that I'm not going to be able to use because I don't like them. This was fire, but it has a written is misspelled. And I could really take this and fix it inside of Canva using grab, the magic grab, but I don't want to because I want to be able to animate the cover. So that this takes away from the animation experience. You know what? Okay. This, okay, we'll stick with this one. My last name kind of cut off a little bit, but it's okay. It's just the M. Which one? I like this one. He looks more engaged. He looks more playful. So we'll delete that. This is our new cover. Triple check that everything is spelled right. Yes. So we're gonna click animate. Try this again. But yeah, Nutmeg is here. Um, I don't have the character breakdown about all like the special details about Nutmeg, and I will be continuing to speak on the character Meg more, but I'm excited. She's new to the family. I'm really gonna be excited to do the. I love all of them, right? Of course, Pip is the main character, but I am personally excited to create Bramble. So it's gonna all unfold. I'm excited. But this is the animation. Y'all see it? This is nice. That was cool. Let me replay it for y'all. All right, so we've animated the cover. And we did that with an error. Okay, so now this is scene one, scene two, scene three, scene four. So we have 4 scenes. I'm gonna go ahead and animate scene one for y'all. Y'all, um, if y'all knew what I did, I grabbed the wrong animation prompt for the cover, but it's okay. Nah, I'm gonna go back and do it right. Jeez, I don't even know how I made that mistake. Let me animate it again. I was wondering why it was low key a little boring. I ain't gonna hold you, but I do. It still animated it. You tell this nighttime. All right, we're gonna get through this. I'm reanimating the cover with the proper animation prompt. I grabbed the wrong one. It's probably gonna look more exciting now with the proper one. All right. Hey, you see, I knew it was something missing. There you go. It's more exciting, got more going on. We push the ball. Very cute. Yes. 10 out of 10. Okay, let's move on. So happy I caught that mistake and kind of made sure I corrected that. So I have the right prompt for this. I'm working on setting up Notion templates. I have a few. So I do have some, but I need to be more, it's the connecting of all of them for me. Documentation, and I think anybody who is a developer can say, if it's a process. Like I use Google Docs and Notion for documentation and notes. I use notes too, Apple Notes. But between them three, that's how I document. And I'm just working on fine tuning my process so it can be simpler. So this is the animation for scene one. Let me make it bigger so y'all can see. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. So this is scene two. You click animate. That's how you get to the animation, and then you just put in your prompt. I create something called animation motion prompts. That's how I prompt mine. But you can put in whatever you would like. It does not take long. Actually, it's quite faster. So, but it takes less than 3 minutes. I can say that on average, and that's pretty quick for a whole animation. All right, let me make it bigger so we can see the animation. Perfect. All right, this is scene 3. Let's animate. Let's animate. I like that. Let me use it. All right. Also, let me pull up Nova so I can play it for you all. Now, I will be, working on it. Like, I'm always on top of my own work and progress. So please know that there will be some more improvements very soon. All right. Uh, So this is Nova. Okay, I got it. Y'all want me to promote? Heard. Okay, got it. It won't move. That I'm trying to read the caption. Anyways, this is original sci-fi Nova. I'll play it for y'all.
In a city of shadows, a power awakens. Nova. Eyes that glow with a hidden force. A threat emerges from the depths. Her awakening. Their end. The city waits. The battle begins. The city is just the start.
Okay, so that is Nova's Awakening. It's my new sci-fi original series, and I'm trying to refresh it so that notification go away. So yeah, this is original sci-fi animation or anime short, and I created it with Google Whisk Animate, and the music soundtrack that you were listening to was actually created with Google Music FX, and I continue to edit most of my projects with Clipchamp. And I'm excited about that project and where I'm going with it. All right, let's look at our scene 3 animation for Pip and Nutmeg's playdate. Make it bigger. All right, I approve. Let me go back to our board. So we got one more, and then we're going to continue to scene 5. This is scene 4. We're about to animate. And when I work on more Nova stuff, I will go live as well. When I worked on that, I did not live stream that process, but I will add that into our future shows. So don't think I'm holding back on y'all. I just like to try stuff out on my own. But we also do have, if you follow me on X, we have the Trey AI Dev Space, and I will be starting to vibe code because I'm getting more intentional with my projects in the building. So it will serve as the premier community on X for Trey AI. I really don't understand why Trey AI is not raved about enough, but that's a whole nother subject. Beautiful. Okay, so we are moving on to scene 5. So we have to generate our still images, and then I animate from there. So we animated 4 scenes, and just to show y'all all of, you're gonna see a little bit more than 4 because we had to redo the book cover, but here are all of our generations. So that's scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and scene 4. So it'll be under the video tab, so it saves. The dashboard has improved tremendously, and I love it now. Only thing I just wish it had better ways to kind of pull up previous generations right here to animate them. That would be super cool if that could be added as a asset or a feature. They just made nutmeg a little plump. This is the only part about introducing a new character that I don't want to say I feared, but I don't like, because you have to do so much to get it right. Okay. But that's with any project. I think that's just a learning curve. Because I can tell that all 3 of these, now that I'm looking at them, they look different, and I don't like that. I need to fix it. I can't do it. We'll figure it out. What can I do? I can, you know what I can do? I can download this one and then change out the subject. Let's try to do some refining. Okay. Hmm. Probably not gonna get to all 20 tonight. That's why we made sure that I animated for y'all early on. So at least in every episode you get to see some art and some animation. Okay, no. Hmm. Now this one looks a little bit more identical with that one, but it don't look nothing like this one. Hmm. This one look way off. Okay, we'll keep this one. Let's go to the next scene. Yeah, we're gonna be refining this one for a while. I'm probably gonna end up redoing it, but it doesn't take away from this tutorial. But I need this to be right. I feel like I'm too far in for certain mistakes. Okay, so this is scene 7 that we're generating. You know what? Let me do something. Let's see, would that help? I'm gonna add another scene. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I need. Make sure I grab the right one. Did I grab the right one? No, this is not the right one. Upload the correct element. There we go. This is the asset I'm looking for. All right, I'm going to try this. All of these look complete. You know what? That's because the style wasn't selected. That's on me. It's free balling. My bad. Okay, now let me try. So, yeah, this is way off. Sheesh. Okay, yeah, that's too off. Let's keep the same rhythm going. I do not like these one of these. Now we are getting like 85 different nutmegs. I'm very confused. I know I'll change some stuff around. So that's probably my battle. Let's see. All right, scene number 8. Scene number 9. I'm gonna try both of these again. Let me actually just download this before I delete it. Okay, yeah, I'll keep that one. Actually, yeah. All right. We are going to scene number 10 now. Oh, we're going to get 50% done. Now that is impressive. I did not think we was going to get this far. I know that sounded a bit pessimistic, but I'm just saying it was a rough start. But it's looking promising now. All right, let's see. I'm just going to keep going. Scene 11. I'll delete this one. I'm actually on scene 12 right now. I'm laughing. It's hilarious how sometimes the elements change up and you have to keep regenerating because the elements don't be right or be off. Give me one thing, throw the whole thing off. So I will say tedious work, but it's rewarding and it's right. I'm gonna download this one. I'm gonna delete both of them. All right, going to the next one. We're on scene 13. I'll try to get this right. I'm not gonna try, I will get it right. It's creating two different scenes, like in one. Don't even know why it's doing that. But we shall proceed. Now we'll be separating them. Let's see. It's normally not the prompt, but I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Okay. Almost. Okay. Now we're just, I genuinely don't know why it's doing that. And it's literally getting three different scenarios. I know that my prompts are longer. Let me see if there's anything I can do. I hate this, but it might work, it might not. Oh, I was supposed to delete this. I also, I played around over here, so let me make sure everything is all right. That last one I just deleted, I actually didn't hate it. It just wasn't 100%. Okay, yeah, I like that one. He's supposed to have heard. He's hearing a loud noise, so that's why it was important for his expression to be very visible. So we're on 14. Okay, and we are going to end off there, people. That's a wrap. Let me stop sharing. So we're working on a new storybook, Tips and Nutmeg's Playdate. Nutmeg is a new character. I'll be documenting the process. Don't worry, y'all still see more of it. That's just all that I'm working on for tonight. I'm probably gonna go back and do a lot of refinement, start over from scratch if I had to. But I love showing y'all the good, bad, and the ugly. It's inspiring and it's motivating. But we will publish this book. Okay. because it's time for Nutmeg and her series to start being in the forefront and doing more production. But we're still fine tuning her, and as well as Pip. So we're learning, growing, and publishing all at once. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Rosemary Salem, and I love y'all with the love of Christ, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.